Wizards of the Coast made an announcement yesterday, and that announcement will have consequences. Even though most of us knew a price increase was coming from Wizards of the Coast at some point this year, it still comes as a bit of a shock, hits you in the gut a bit. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to the channel, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today as we unpackage what Wizards of the Coast has given us in their official statement and what it could mean for us as players going forward. So sit around, chill out, make sure you fill out some comments in that comment section. But before we start things off, I'm going to show you guys the official kind of thing they put up there. I just put on a screen for you so you guys can take a look, and then we'll get right into it. So here's the actual press release that was put out by Wizards of the Coast. Take a few moments to dissect this, read it. You can pause the video, go through all this cool stuff, but I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. You can read it at your leisure whenever you feel like. I didn't think it was needed for the video. You probably already knew about it. You probably read it yesterday, but if you didn't, you can always take the time now to go ahead and read that and fill yourselves in with tons of knowledge about why and the reasoning behind why Wizards of the Coast is raising the price of products. Now, we knew it was going to happen. Wizards does tend to raise these things up for a long time. I remember boxes being $100. Seemed like years boxes were $100. And ever since it broke that $100, it went to $104, then $109, then $114, then $119, then it was $124, then it was $134. Then it's gone from there. You see where I'm going? It just kind of increased over the last like 7-8 years. It's really given us a run for our money as Wizards increases the prices and tries to find out how far they can go. But the increase in this one, they're not wrong. Transportation costs a lot more now. Gas prices are up. Moving things around the planet costs a lot of money nowadays. They're not going to take the hit on that. They're going to pass that along the chain. It's going to the distributors. It's going to the store. And eventually it ends up at us. I cannot really expect my LGS, which probably barely gets by already, to suck up the costs and absorb that hit of an increase. 11%? It's a lot of money. That's the average. I'm just going to use it for this video. 11%. And I can't expect that driver to get paid less to transport it, or I can't expect gas prices to go down. As an effect of inflation, what happens is when you squeeze people for money from all kinds of different angles, and I'm talking food, housing, bills, utilities, gas prices. You see where I'm going with this? All of these things have had inflation. But you know what hasn't really gotten much bigger? That's right, you probably guessed it, your paycheck. Your paycheck did not go up by 11%. And if it did, congratulations. That is a hefty raise, and you probably deserved it. Maybe your area of industry has gone up, and I say kudos to you. But for most of us, we did not get 11% raises. And even if we did, gas here in like Toronto's gone up a lot more than 11%. My heating and hydro have gone up. Mortgages go up. Mortgage interest rates go up. Everything costs more. So I understand why they're doing it, but I'm not sure they know what the effect will be. I'm not saying people are going to stop buying, because that's ridiculous. We are all going to probably still buy these products because they're pretty awesome. But I bet you're buying a little bit less. You might be buying, instead of 2 boxes, maybe you buy 1. Instead of buying 4 booster packs, maybe you only open 3. Awesome. You still had a good time. You just opened a little bit less. But you did pay Wizards more, right? You did give Wizards of the Coast more of your money, and you opened less of that product. Do you think that's coincidence? Do you think that honestly is coincidence? A draft box versus a set booster box. A set booster has less packs in it. It's lighter to travel. If they're charging you more and you're opening less, they don't have to ship as much. So they've already lightened the load on the shipping. They've already kind of determined you're probably going to open a little bit less here and there on certain products, which means they don't have to make as much. A lot of this comes down to they're trimming fat on every corner they can to maximize profits. because, you know, they've made decisions on the corporate end that have cost them a lot of money. They've made some mistakes. They probably made some right choices too. But either way, Hasbro is leaning on Wizards of the Coast to make them more money. They want more money. And it's been up to the new CEO, is it Chris? Chris has got to, you know, make those hard choices and say, how can we work this out? And they just start cutting corners. You know, instead of having 24 packs of Commander Legends, we're only going to have 18. Well, that's lighter to ship too, isn't it, Chris? Yeah, probably a little bit less packaging in there as well. They went from those cool, weird boxes we had for like Ultimate Masters, and they brought them down to nice, slim set booster boxes. Remember we talked about double, trip, flip Masters? They are going to have a smaller box size. All this makes it lighter. So they're saying it's costing them more to ship. But you've already started working on lightening your load, Wizards of the Coast. So really, I think this comes down to Hasbro needing to lean to get the people who own shares in the company bigger payouts, keep the revenue stream consistent, even though sales are down across different areas and it is costing them more to ship. This is not the end of the world, but we're not wide-eyed consumers staring at a TV believing everything they say. Each of us will dissect every piece of information we get from all these different sources and make an opinion. And that opinion will be what you think it is. And this is my opinion right now. I think they're going for larger profit margin. They've lightened the load already. They've already cut some of those costs down. Right? They can fit more on the truck, but spend the same money, which means really it costs them less per unit to ship. They have given us less packs inside of numerous products. Well, that gives them more money then, doesn't it? Because they still charge us the same. And if they increase the prices in certain products, and we all buy a little bit less because inflation has squeezed us, we still gave them more money and we got a little bit less. So they make a little more cash there. And like I said, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop buying. Not by any means. It means I am conscious of what they're doing. And at some point, like we've talked about in the past, I cut products off that aren't that important to me. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses, the guys who do have the large salaries who can buy whatever they want. I scale back and focus on products that I actually really enjoy and look forward to every year. Maybe I skip some of the specialty products or buy a little bit less of it if it is a product that interests me. Wizards of the Coast, 11%. That is a pretty hefty increase. And although it's up to us to decide to buy a product or not, I still think it sucks for a lot of people who maybe don't have the financial means and they really do want some of this product. Right? They really do. And if they start charging, by the way, more for pre-release packs, those are already kind of expensive at your LGS nowadays. It's almost like, really, should I be going to a pre-release now too? You're trying to cut that out of it? It's like they're trying to put nails in the coffin all the way around. Let's put some nails in the coffin of LGSs. Let's put a couple of nails out there for the player base to enjoy. Let's even give a couple to the distribution end. It's all going to be passed along down the line to the consumer. The LGS ain't going to eat it. The distributors aren't going to eat it. And Wizards still wants their pound of flesh. They want more money. That's what their announcement says. Their announcement says, here's my hand. Give me more money. And I said last year when this happened, when I got really, bummed out, what was it, 2020, opening some of those VIP packs, I got nailed pretty hard. And I've scaled back some of my purchasing already, focusing more on reserve list cards I think have greater value. But some of these products are pretty awesome, and I can't wait to get into them. But maybe I'll just open a few packs less. I can't wait to think. Wait to see what will happen in the next 12 months when all this takes effect and really comes into play. I want to see how those prices are reflected at the LGS level. I put in a call to a lot of my LGS guys out there. I talked to a lot of stores, and they're all saying, yeah, they're going to be passing on to the consumer. One store, and they said to, keep their name out of it, but they're actually going to try to keep prices on par. They're going to try to eat it, which was the only store I talked to. I don't give out names for that kind of stuff, but there was one of my stores that says they're going to eat it. They're going to eat the cost and see what happens, that if they do have the original pricing we had here in 2022, that when the new prices come in, the other LGSs raise their prices, do they get a larger audience for their store, and do they start attracting more people because they didn't change their prices, which means they could work off of volume. I find that fascinating. They they asked my opinion, and I kind of said it could work if you get a large enough volume. They're a smaller store though, so it's interesting. So let's see what everyone thinks in the comment section. I can't wait to see what you all think, and try not to be too angry about it. There are a lot of mitigating factors out there, like transportation stuff is brutal. I get it. I have seen a lot of that in the last 12 months from my industry as well. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Really enjoy everyone's comments every day. Thanks a lot for participating. This is MTG Moxman, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Hey guys, a big shout out to all the fantastic patrons on the channel. If you made it this far in the video, you patrons are awesome. My patrons, my viewers, you guys rock. And I hope you watch the after credit scene, because I'm going to make your day that much brighter. So you made it to the after credit scene. Shop smart, shop S-Mart. Well, I want to make you guys feel a little bit better. Because, you know, with these price increases, it means you may be opening less. So I'm going to help you with your crack addiction. We're going to open some packs right now, and we're just going to have some fun with it because we deserve it. And you know what? Some of these cards are going in the 10K box. Let's get to, we'll start just with the uncommons. So we have Thwart the Grave. All right, Thwart the Grave. Oh, Shatter Skull Minotaur. Now we're following with a Vine Gecko. All right. Hey, we got a Seagate Restoration. That's a good mythic to have. Hey, we got a foil Cascade Seer. And then we got some basics. You know what? We're going to put the Seagate Restoration in that 10K box. We're not done yet. Don't worry. We're not done. That was Seagate Restoration going in the 10K box. Now, let's open some Dungeons and Dragons because you guys deserve it. You guys are worthy of a D&D pack for sure. I mean, hey! Deadly Dispute. I realize that this card is a common, but it's actually worth money. So I'm going to put that in the 10K box too. Deadly Dispute is in the 10K box. Because, I'm sorry, that card's worth money. We might as well put it in. I love the feel of the D&D cards. Very smooth finish on the cards. We got a Blink Dog, like Blink 182. Remember that band? Hey, a Portable Hole. That was a music group too. That was with, what, Courtney Love? Faradiah, The Devil's Chosen. I know that's probably not a music group, but it could be. Hey, we got Inferno of the Starmount mythic from Dungeons and Dragons. Now that is pretty awesome, but guess what? I'm putting that in the 10K box for you guys too. That is going in the 10K box because you guys need a little happiness in your day. And if you're one of those people who watches these videos to the end, that's probably an important thing to know. So we'll put that bad boy in there, and guess what? We're not done yet. These are some pretty good packs, man. Seagate Restoration mythic, followed by the Star Mount, and we still got one pack to go because I know you guys might be opening less packs, so I got to help you out. I got to get your crack addiction out for the day, save you a few dollars, and let you save for something else, like, you know, paying your rent. Here we go, an Avian Oddity. How about an Auspicious Starix? By the way, I use this thing so much when it was in Arena. Hey, a Necropanther. Definitely not the coolest name. Hey, a Danrith Magistrate. Not the worst card. Your opponents can't cast spells anywhere from other than their hands. And then Junk. But you know what? We're going to put the Danrith guy in there. I know he's probably not worth anything, but that's a lot of cards that just went into the 10K box. And if you're new to the channel, you might want to be watching these more often to see what cards, what things go in the 10K box may be very important when we finally get to 10K. So I hope that helped your cracking itch today. I hope that satisfied your need to rip open some cardboard and see if you get lucky. Because you got to do it with me right now. Alright guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day in the world of Magic wherever you are. And let's hope that the price increase when it actually comes around is not that bad. I'll see you guys soon.